Y'all, we
are back.
We're
After
back.
Lana made us.
We were shut down. Lana read us.
This is part 2 of 90 Day Gays.
90 Day Gays.
Episode, was it 10? I think it's 10. Episode 10, season 4.
I think so.
Cuts both ways, just like a knife.
Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiance.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day Fiance.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love. It's 90 Day Gays. Let's love.
Y'all, if you don't know what Lana is, that is the horny
That's the
Alexa.
horny Alexa.
From Too Hot to
Too
Handle.
hot to handle, too cold to hold.
Who tells you what to do. Be sure to check out that.
And check out our theme song, y'all. I'm rapping on that theme song.
We did
That's all I
well.
have to say.
Let us know what you think of our Too Hot to Handle. First few episodes are up in the podcast, and the rest are on our Gatreon. Which, by the way, speaking of Gatreon, y'all, May 15th, it is all at your pleasure for $5.
Until May 15th.
Until May 15th, you've got the watch-along. You
and
can
then we
watch
pull back
us.
the purse strings, y'all.
It's like Pillow Butter Talk, though, the watch-along. And so you got that. We're going to have a Buy Curious that'll be at the $5 level, too, which normally is not.
That's true.
Coming up next week.
Because normally Buy Curious is at the $15 level.
Guess we need to plan that.
We do. I have an idea. Which means we're going to do
Great.
my idea.
I'm glad that you're just doing things and not telling me.
Speaking of, I've got something in the next segment. We'll talk about in just a second.
Great.
It's better if you're surprised.
Yeah.
It's like Rose with Ed. I got a surprise for you. It's a double-sided dildo.
God.
Again, like we said in the last episode, y'all, if someone says I've got a surprise for you and it's in the bedroom, it's going to be something freaky-deaky.
Like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, like me, you just want to get... You don't want tons and tons of sprinkles on your ice cream. You just want that chocolate syrup and that ice cream. And you want to eat it fast, and you want to get it all over you. Is that a little more...
Gross. I don't ever want ice cream again. I'm glad I'm off sugar right now anyway.
Ooh, okay, y'all. This
All right.
is probably... This is Avery and Ash.
Let's do it.
Where to begin? I think you posted on Twitter. You're a therapist. I'm a life coach. Both of us are watching this like this is a fucking
this is our
dumpster
world.
fire. Yeah,
I bet
and
you don't have to be in our world to realize this is a
no,
fucking
you don't have
shit
to be
show.
in our world to know this is a fucking charlatan at work.
Yeah.
This is when I realized he was a fraud, you guys. Ash is a fraud. There's
well, you know
no
what?
doubt.
Is it really when we realize? Because we have said on this show before, we have talked about.
We haven't seen him in action, though.
We wouldn't be surprised if he was actually a gigolo.
Yeah. A gigolo.
A gigolo, Karen Walker.
But yeah, this is where he lost. And we're going to talk about this. First of all, Ash's form of therapy, or kind of like finding Mr. Right, is right out of 1950s.
Oh,
I didn't see this coming, actually. I
No.
thought it'd be even more mystical. I did not think I was going to get like how to hook your man, how to cast out a line and reel him in.
It was
some of the most sexist stuff I've ever heard, and that's growing up in South Carolina.
Yeah, and I'm from Oklahoma.
Yeah,
it was some shit.
Before we do this,
Yeah, but even before,
Before I
this is your
have a
idea.
bit,
Oh God,
I want to do a speed round of all the things that Ash said that we found absolutely ridiculous, because there were so many. I don't think it's worth just going by one. It's like how many ridiculously sexist things, one-sided from the 50s, How many times did Ash dig himself into their grave with this?
All right.
So, y'all, this is to set this up. Ash is. Let's talk about it a little bit more. To get there, he is. They're leaving their getaway in Cane's.
Some people don't watch the show. Some people just listen to us.
So they're leaving the getaway in Cane's. He's wound so fucking tight, y'all. He wants to like shove her out of the car. You can tell.
He's really wound tight.
It's kind of scary.
She's like upset the way that I mean, I do know Poodle and I talked about this and that. He doesn't like for her to say Melbourne. He wants her to say Melbourne, which I have met some Australians who have corrected me and said say it Melbourne. So maybe that actually they want people to say it whatever.
I don't know.
But
she winds up
the
saying
anger
like,
behind it.
Oh, wasn't it awful?
The anger behind it is what's creepy.
He's as cold as ice. Willing to sacrifice our love.
Oh, God.
Anyway, so the good news, he's like, I have some good news after he's berated her. Says, Xian has agreed to see us. So the wise and wonderful Oz has granted us an audience.
The shit that went down this episode, I totally forgot that we're supposed to see.
We're supposed to see his ex-wife.
That's gonna be crazy.
Xian has agreed to see us.
Cut to where we have a scene of Xian and Avery where she pulls her in the girl's bathroom and she says, "Run, run, run."
Either that or he's making Xian out to be like
Simba.
A fire-breathing dragon, like Maleficent. That's what I think. Xian has agreed to see us. We must be very quiet.
It's like that Tolkien and that dragon from that.
What's that dragon's name? Now I can't remember.
Pumbaa.
Wow.
Hey Siri, what's the dragon's name from The Hobbit?
Okay, I found
Smog.
Smog, yes.
Smog.
They could have been a little more creative with that name.
It's not bad.
Anyway, y'all. So
anyway,
she's gonna go to his seminar. So she's very excited about seeing him kind of do his own thing. He's in the tiniest blazer known to man. Poured into his jeans.
His jeans are painted on.
And there's about, I would say there's probably 15 women in this place.
There's 20, and
they all look like they were guests of the hotel.
And this is there was somebody tweeted. I remember them seeing like, were these women paid? I need to know.
I think they were paid. They looked like it.
And they're there. The women are there, and Ash is going to help them identify the perfect man for them.
Actually, and he says the title of this is Finding Mr. Right. Already, you know you're in trouble. Because the message is you have to find him, ladies. You have to find him, and the onus is on you.
Yeah.
Finding Mr. Right. This is the funniest one too. The Finding Mr. Right. Where is it? The Mind Body Coach. Okay. Anyway, so I have a lot to say about this in a minute. But I want to go through speed round of our favorite.
I don't know if I remember them all. There was so many. It was like rapid fire when you're in the orgy and everybody and like one guy
just
starts
make it up.
But you know when one guy starts to come, but then everybody else gets excited, and then you're trying to get it all. And you're just like ah.
Yeah, I don't go to orgies like you do. Anyway,
scream is appropriate for that.
It is. So you guys, okay, speed round. I have this spoon, and we're both going to do that when we have a...
Oh, God, I'm glad we have props now.
We have a prop. Maybe we should put it right here. See if this is loud enough. That works. And I'll put... Please don't break my glass.
I'll let you do the spoon.
Can you guys hear that? Okay.
I think they can.
Okay.
Already, I'm tired of this. So, just so you know.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to make things fun.
You're just hitting on a glass and I'm bored.
All right. Ooh! I'm just going to knock it over.
Don't hit it anymore until we do it.
All right. I love that sound. That's better.
Give me the fucking spoon.
Don't put it in your legs. You can't do it. All right, here we go. Give it to me. Okay, fine. All right, there we go. All right, here we go, you guys. We'll start and speed. These are the ridiculous things that Ash said in this seminar that dug him a grave. And go. This is how to find a man and not kill him.
Women's brains are mostly in the breast, particularly the right one.
There is a men are born to hunt and women are born to nest.
Women don't think logically. Y'all, I just want to point. He really said that.
Yes. Women are given hormones, and that helps them find a man.
I killed my father.
Ugh, ugh. Man cook with fire. Woman go cook food and build nest.
Mummy.
And speed round over.
I like that game.
Almost.
It was a lot of shitty buildup, but I like the game.
Almost everything there, y'all, was actually said.
You know what? More was really said than improvised.
Okay.
Wow, it was...
Okay. Okay, before I talk about everything wrong he said, because he was basically saying the quiet part out loud, you guys.
Yes.
But here's the thing. Why I think he did this, and he was later in the kind of the seminar, he had to excuse himself because he was so he was spiraling.
He was.
So
he literally said he said to her, "I fucked up."
Yeah.
Which is interesting because he said he lost his train of thoughts and he had all these thoughts going in his head at the same time. I went, wait a minute. Didn't you say that men don't do that?
I know. You're
just
so
women?
logical.
Because you've got boxes.
You got to have your nothing.
Your
you got to have your nothing box. Those can't be filled. And one of my favorite lines, women, we don't want you decorating our nothing boxes because that's what women do. They decorate. God, this is some garbage. So anyway, I want to just I think this is not how he normally operates. He had to completely change his MO because Avery, the woman he is seeing, is in the room. Normally, he is super flirty with women, and the whole seminar is about how to make them feel special. That's how he gets people into his coaching, and he's very flirty. It's very because he started to flirt with a woman. He realized, oh, I can't do that. Avery's here. So instead of saying, oh, I like your hair very much like that, we all are. So it threw him. It threw him in his normal con man shit, his normal carnival barker shit, his snake oil salesman. It threw him to have some type of woman who is emotionally connected to him in the room, paralyzed him.
I think there's some truth in that. I think
that's
so too.
why I feel like he kind of shut down.
I don't know if he's that. I will say this. I don't know if Ash is that intelligent.
Oh, okay.
But I mean to like do that so quickly. But when you say that, I'm like, I bet
could not reconcile it.
He was castrated in that he could not flirt with any of these women.
He couldn't reconcile.
And that's what he does
because he uses his game with women.
Yeah,
he uses his kind of I'm talking to flirt with you, and there's nothing behind my eyes.
Yeah,
because here's the thing, y'all. This person, and I'm going to say this in all fairness. This kind of person is dangerous.
Well, actually, it's funny that you say that because
it's
the
scary.
more and more I've thought about this scene, the more terrifying it is.
Yeah,
today.
this person who knows a little bit about, who took probably like probably maybe took an intro to psychology course in college.
No. Oh no, you didn't know. This is what happened. So this is totally ripped off from another psychologist's speech. So, like,
where'd you find this out?
Verbatim. Oh, it's all over the internet, and I've heard of this guy before. So, what's his name? It was like People have posted it in the squad.
Okay.
Even. So it's this guy who's a pastor / speaker.
Okay.
He's not even like a clinical therapist.
Okay.
But he's also I watched it again to remind myself, and I went, oh yeah, I remember seeing this years ago. You'll be shocked, like your mouth will drop. It literally, Poodle. It's the exact same speech. Talking about boxes, talking about men's brains, women's brains.
Men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
But here's the deal.
Even that has nuance, y'all.
The guy, and I'm not saying I agree with this pastor. I don't. I think he's probably coming from much more of I don't know him fully.
Religious,
so I'm not going to drag
Christianity,
him.
world,
but I think there's
world
more of that
perspective.
worldview.
Yeah.
But also, he's a comedian, so he's giving this whole speech to a crowd of people because he's talking about he basically says like, and men are like boxes, and when you
Really?
when you confuse a man with one box, he's focused on this, and then women remember everything, and men remember nothing. So it's this almost kind of like...
So he's basing all this on comedy.
It's this Jeff Foxworthy type
Yeah.
of here's your sign comedy.
You might be having a problem in your relationship if you...
So, and now granted, he's a pastor, so I think people take it with probably more of a grain of
Right.
salt than I would. However, it's all funny. And I watched the video, and honestly, I laughed.
Yeah.
Because the guy was funny.
Well, and it's not meant to like give therapy to people.
And the way he was doing it, he's a hilarious speaker and
Right.
great comedian.
Right.
He's very funny.
Okay.
So keeping that in mind, so a lot of people came for that. There's two things that I said before, and we actually, not me, but we both talked about. Remember how I said, like, I can't stand those self-helpy people that just really, they don't know anything at all what they're talking about.
Right.
They just, like you were saying, glom on.
Yeah. He like learned a little bit and he's just talking at his ass.
Yes. And I want to read something, honestly, and this, I'll be honest, it hits close to home because of just a friend dealing with this in her life, but this is why this scared me so much. I want to just remind people.
Seeing him scared you. Okay.
I want to remind people symptoms of a sociopath.
Okay.
1, difficult relationships.
Okay.
No, we don't even have to get into. We can see that he's not even talking about his past relationships. We don't even know. Manipulative, trying to seduce or integrate people or ingratiate people with other people around them. They were very charismatic, charming. Symptom, deceitfulness. That's just lying. Symptom, callousness, might be openly violent or aggressive, cut you down verbally.
Right.
You can go into more. Hostility, which we're kind of starting to see beginnings of that. Symptom, irresponsibility.
Yep.
Disregard for financial or social obligations. Ignoring responsibilities. Like children.
Yep.
Symptom, impulsivity. Like dating someone from America and telling them to come over. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't on the thing I'm reading, but still.
Right. No, I agree with you.
There's also risky behavior. There's other, but I watch this and I really think, and another thing of sociopaths imitate. They don't know. They literally have a wiring in their brain where they can't.
Yeah.
They can't empathize, and I think
They try to become like regular
he
people.
watched this, and again, sociopaths want to glom on to someone successful. So he literally just tried to regurgitate what this man did that he connected with and thought it was funny. And he, like a lot of sociopaths, will watch movies or watch things over and over, and that's what they'll do. Like, I guarantee everything he has said to Avery and the way he behaves with her, he's either seen in a movie or done with his past relationships.
I believe you. It's interesting because
I'm scared for her.
I'm scared for her. When I was saying he's dangerous putting that stuff out there in the world for other people too. To be a coach and to be an instructor. What does he call himself? Does he call himself a coach? I think he does.
They get mind body coach. I mainly just read that, but because if you're a sissy out there listening to this, and just know that, like, if you relate to this, if you relate to someone who is your partner who's this way, I reach out and find support to that. And
because
I'm telling you, sociopaths don't change in therapy. They're hardwired. They're the very best thing that you can do is.
And you're probably
them.
unhappy. If you're with one, you're probably not feeling
use our
great.
Squad for support. Reach out to people
Join the
you love in
Sissy
your life.
Squad, y'all.
I'm sorry. I had a calling to like bring that up because
I think
we
it's
joke
fair.
about this, but sometimes this ridiculous show brings in some real life shit.
Well, you can tell she's completely floored by hearing this.
She is.
And this is not a woman who is easily duped by this stuff.
And this is not going to be good because another thing sociopaths do when the other person realizes that the gig is up and that they're a fraud.
Dangerous.
That's dangerous, and that's when they can get violent.
Sorry,
y'all. I know that was serious.
Some
but damn.
other things that he said, or things just was your women are so important because they're very nurturing and caring. And we need the masculine feminine dialectic for passion.
I guarantee you that he has a horrible relationship with his father.
Yeah.
Horrible.
I think you're
relationship
right.
and probably abusive.
But just to these randomly, like, passion and there's these saying that one person always has to be the dynamic masculine and one person has to be the dynamic feminine, the sublimating feminine, and even the woman raises her hand is like, but can't you have that in one person? He's like, no, you absolutely cannot.
And yeah, again, he can't see another point. It's also too, like, y'all, this isn't even like, as my dad would say, so don't be offended when I say this, but as my dad's, that's some like weird transgender stuff I don't get. We're not even talking about
this
we're
is
talking about a
concepts
simple
of gender.
Just
Concepts
simple
and
concepts of
dialectics.
gender. He's not getting it at all.
No.
I mean, it's like it's insane.
Yeah, this stuff, you guys, I guarantee you now, all of the clients Ash has he flirts with and talks to them and says dime store just platitudes that mean nothing.
Yes.
That's how he quote unquote helps people.
And this grandiosity that he has, when he told the women, he was like, think about your grandparents, how your grandfathers worked and your grandmothers didn't. And then he says, this whole idea of passion, the whole idea of opposites attract.
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
gross.
stupid. And then when he says,
Y'all, he said nothing that made sense.
And then
let's just make clear.
No, and then when he said to the women, I know that this is very hard to understand. Oh! That basically, because they're not going to understand this because they're women.
My favorite part, you guys, is when he did have to leave, that we talked about it earlier, and Avery follows him saying, okay, get your ass back in there and talk about the 5 love languages.
Which again, is nothing new. Look, y'all. It's almost like you talked about this with composition and with like new age and self-help. There's very rarely things that are completely new ideas. Whatever you listen to people that are legit, like Matthew Hussey, people like that, he is taking concepts that are known in the therapy world, but they are making him own, integrating them,
and and creating another jargon
and putting his own spin on. I'm not comparing him with Ash at all. He's actually legit and I think pretty good at what he does.
Yeah,
he's also really hot,
but he's coming at it from a heterosexual male perspective.
Yes,
that doesn't feel like you're talking about men are the breadwinners. And men are logical, and he's not putting it on a dialectic like that.
He is a complete fraud.
Yeah, he's a charlatan. Like he's a carnival barker. He's a snake oil salesman, y'all. Ash is empty.
I should tell Mo Rocca about him that this is a quackery.
Quacker is. So he's empty, y'all. He's just an empty vessel that puts out whatever you put into him. Avery needs to run.
I'm telling you,
run.
I am scared for her safety.
I hope we find out they're not together anymore. I really hope. Because I like her. She's probably one of my favorite people, but she got snowed.
I've already messaged her, and I don't know if she's even read it, but I had to. I had
you,
to for her safety.
This bitch messages people all the time, and I've said we don't need to contact. We don't need to contact these people.
Like, I am worried for. I had to be like, you've got to get out of this relationship.
Get in people's business.
I just want people to be safe.
This is a fucking busybody, y'all.
You know what?
People are not ready to get help unless they ask for it.
I know, but she's on a reality show.
People need to ask you for help.
But you know what? But it's different when you go into crisis management of somebody. You take control. They're no longer the expert of your life.
I agree, but she doesn't know you from shit. You're just some kind of like bum person
I know
from
her
bumfuck.
Life. I know her life. Run.
Anyway,
Avery.
you need to run, Avery. So later on, she just kind of confronts him and says, that was really sexist. And he's like, no, people just didn't understand what I was trying to say. And she's like, no, gender doesn't work that way. He's like, I don't think you're understanding me. So he's shutting down completely.
And he's
shutting it down.
He actually says, I feel like I needed support.
Yeah.
You weren't giving that to me.
Flips the script, y'all.
Guess what sociopaths do? I know I'm keep going back to y'all, but they gaslight. They make you feel like you're the one that fucked them over.
Yep. So then he just kind of like walks off after he's talking about, I want some support. The man has an impulse to protect a woman, and you get emotional, and I have to protect that. And he's just digging his grave. He walks off because she's just like, you don't understand me. You can't say these things. This is 2020.
I think I'm going to say something that's probably
Controversial?
I'm almost done with this. I don't know how much more you have to talk about this.
Not a lot.
I don't think we've ever
I'm
said
glad I
this.
played a game, y'all.
I'm
I got really fucking heavy with this one.
It did. I don't think we've ever said this about somebody who is physically this hot on 90 Day Fiance. But I'm going to say this. Ash has painted himself into such a bad corner, I don't even think I would fuck him.
Wow. That's
What
so
about
fucking-
you? Wow. Wow.
I'd just have a restraining order. I'd
You
have a restraining
no
order.
moral compass. You're a slut.
I'd have a restraining order.
Wow.
Sluts are very moral. You know what? Sluts. I disagree with their moral. There's a book at the bookstore I used to work at that called The Ethical Slut.
Oh,
And
I know that
often-
book.
Yeah. Sluts are ethical, y'all. People will call us immoral, but we are ethical. I have a higher standard of ethics than most people I know.
You know, I think you just disproved that about 3 minutes ago when you said that you'd sleep with Ash.
Hey, I said I'd have a restraining order right after. Anyway, he's walking away saying, "I'm done." Not talking to the crew. It's bad, y'all. This is really ugly.
I've never wanted to watch. Usually we always wait, and I will wait. Usually I never watch the first hour that they put up on TLC online because I don't want to deal with their fucking commercials.
Yeah.
But, I can't wait.
To be honest, y'all, he scared me in the car when he was talking.
That
he was
scared me in
kind
the
of.
car,
It
too.
was this kind of icy
Flash.
cold. Yeah.
This flash of anger.
Yeah.
And what that is, so you see them in little flashes, and then they're always acting and covering it up.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was some kind of if he had maybe like attacked his ex-wife or something like that.
Maybe.
And that's what he's worried about telling her.
I bet he used to be an actor, too.
I bet.
I bet he used
you're
to be
right.
an actor.
Y'all, P.S. We don't like Ash.
Yo, we'll read people. It's like that sissy said on Love After Lockup. We predicted everything.
We did.
That bitch was going to cheat on him and everything. We knew.
Let's move on to something more fun, and that is. I can't do it the way you do it. Yours has you have more rasp in your voice than I do. That's it.
Oh, God. I need a drink after that.
Otherwise known as the stupidest person alive, Yolanda, y'all. So
Yolanda.
I kept
they call that stupid bitch Yolanda.
that's from Paint Your Wagon.
It is.
Yolanda, Yolanda, they call that bitch Yolanda. The thing goes doom, the phone goes away.
I'm William sends a text message. She grabs her phone and trying. Then he goes ape shit and ghost her ass. And now Yolanda is a crying. Yolanda, Yolanda, they call that bitch Yolanda. You know, usually we take the high note and we went
I
low.
kind of went all over the place.
Yeah, I
That's
wanted
good.
to comment on that, but I didn't. That's an okay show.
It's not a show; it's a movie. It was originally a movie that was a musical movie.
Oh, I didn't
It's a
know.
beautiful. That's a
The
great
music's
song.
great. Yeah,
Oh,
it's great. It's good.
They called the win Mariah, not Maria. Mariah.
Mariah,
Mariah.
like the woman who can't sing anymore.
God bless. Kill that dolphin. Y'all. Okay, so
Where is
this
Yolanda?
lost cause.
God, we
is,
still have to talk about Lisa and Uzma.
I know.
Thank God for Lana to put us in a
thank
two-parter.
God
It's gonna be a long
Lana
one.
told us that we needed to
Lana,
separate
Lana.
it. So y'all, DeMonte and Cara, spelled Cara,
DeMonte, it's cute,
he may not be of age. Be careful.
He's over 18.
Okay. Anyway, they're walking with him. The kids seemingly have good sense. And I wrote down that these kids are the human embodiment of the emoji with their hands up. Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Like, that, they are these people. And, like, one of them is that and the hand across their face.
Yeah.
They are the embodiments. They just can't. And because every time Yolanda says something like, I'm not familiar, which was one of my favorite quotes. I'm not familiar with it. Reverse image search.
I haven't talked to Williams in a few weeks, but things have been stressful in our relationship.
Mistress of understatement. Things have been stressful in our relationship. Someone has tried to extort me for nudie pictures.
And she's like, but y'all, luckily, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and their name is Sweet Beep.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and call it. This woman's name is Sweet Pussy.
Sweet Pussy?
Sweet Pussy and Veronica, and we're going to use that name.
I just made up a different one every time.
For the rest of it.
Sweet Pussy, Sweet Pork
Berry.
Chop, Sweet Pork Chop.
It looks like it's 5 letters, though. That was the way it was. So
I like Sweet Pussy.
So, y'all, a woman named Sweet Pussy reaches out.
Sweet pussy, I'm gonna call Yolanda.
Hold on.
Sweet pussy,
I'm gonna get over to America. That was Deep River.
Yeah.
Boy, we're still doing a lot of singing on the Yolanda section.
We saved it for the second parter.
Y'all, so Sweet Pussy, Sweet Pussy says, here's the problem, Yolanda. He lost all his data, and his account was hacked.
Cut to Yolanda saying, and that's exactly what I thought.
And the kids are like,
so it's confirmed
crickets.
to me it's not a scan.
Then they say, how can she talk to him, but you can't? And she's like, I thought about that too.
She's like, that's a good question. I didn't ask her that.
Okay.
And then DeMonte looks at his sister like, this is why I get high.
Yeah. And then so later on.
Because young kids just get high now.
And so she's in the confession and she's like, my friend Sweet Pussy told me he was hacked.
So that's confirmation to me that my Williams is still out there searching for me.
And then she's like, Sweet Pussy gives me so much hope.
So much hope.
And the daughter's like, did you hear from Sweet Pussy?
And
that's when we get to reverse image search.
And she's like, my hopes is he'll contact me soon.
You guys, everyone's seeing Catfish right on MTV. That's what they do, a reverse image search, and they find out if you're stealing the page.
Reverse image search? What is that?
Are you familiar?
I'm not familiar with this reverse engine search online.
Y'all, this is amazing, though. This woman has talked to this person across and have a romance, yet she still knows jack about technology.
Which brings me to a surprise edition of 90 Day Gays Theater.
Okay. You love it to surprise
In
me.
this 90 Days Theater, Poodle is going to be playing the role of DeMonte and Kara, who are seeing pictures of Williams for the first time. And I'll be playing the role of Yolanda.
I forgot about this segment. I will say, I hate this bitch, but she has given me so much to laugh about in this season. Oh, she's such an idiot. Oh, my God.
She's good TV, though.
Oh, she's got all Hawk in her diet book. This is going to do it. Anyway, okay. And scene.
So this is... Just look under a folder on my computer. It says the Williams. Mm.
Okay. This is what you like? This is... But he's like, he doesn't look that British at all. He's like a huge muscle guy. This is what you want, mama? And this is the guy you sent pictures to?
Yeah. I did.
So you think this guy's actually named Williams, but it says he's living in Italy.
I'm not familiar with Italy.
And it also says, are you aware that we're in Las Vegas?
Baby, I pay your rent.
And scene.
Y'all, come at us when you realized your parents were into some freaky deaky shit. Because we've all had that moment.
Your parents weren't perfect. And you learned, or some people learn really early.
I don't mean perfect. Like the first time you found your parents porn and you went, fuck, my parents are into this shit.
I heard my parents having sex one time, and it completely wrecked me.
Because there's a difference of realizing your parents aren't perfect. But
like when I found my secret garden.
Yes, when you realize your mother is freaky.
I talked about that before. There's a book called My Secret Garden. And y'all, it was like erotic stories of women. It's like, I love my pussy. I touched his prick. And I was like, what's a prick?
And
I had to think about it.
That's why you love erotic porn, probably. Because if there's a poem that some guy writes poodle.
I can't tell you, y'all. I found that book when I was snooping in my mother's room, which is what you do when you're a gay boy.
You do. You're snooping.
Yeah.
That's how I ended up throwing away those Liz Claibornes in the field when she came home too early. God.
I'm just trying to think what was going through your brain. You're like, I just need to throw them into a field.
Well, we had a mother-in-law type of house, so their bedroom, I liked the tile floor, and I created a runway in my bedroom, so I could do a prance in my bedroom.
Shit.
But my mother drove up and parked, and the car in the garage was on where my dad and mom's bedroom was. So I was worried I couldn't get back to the bedroom.
And you couldn't get back to the bedroom to put them there because you thought she would see them.
No, so I ran out the front door, which was by my house, and then ran to the back of the house, and she came out. It's like, I was just playing, Mama, in the field.
I didn't have your shoes on or anything.
Oh, man. I remember.
Liz Claiborne heels.
We were going to... we were going to Fireside, which that's a super nice eating place in Ardmore. Fireside Dining.
So you call them not restaurants, but eating places.
Yeah, it's where you go for supper, but it's a real nice supper. You dress up and you wear ties and stuff like that. And like some of the schools will have prom, but Lone Grove we couldn't have our prom outside of the school, so we had to have it in the cafetorium, which was hard to decorate because the walls were high.
You couldn't have your prom outside the school?
No, they wouldn't do it because they worried about people sinning or having sex and doing drugs. All the Baptists made us had at the cafetorium. Because then they could have the lock-in at the gym across from the cafetorium, and they tried to get all the students before they leave. They didn't want us driving.
So you had to go to the lock-in after prom?
Yeah, I didn't want to have sex with girls.
But I'm saying that's what they made to make people sure they didn't have sex?
Yeah, only the bad kids didn't go to the lock-in.
Wow. Ours was like the church has
senior
had
year,
them,
I was a rebel. I didn't go to it.
Oh,
just
wow.
my junior year.
Because I'm sure you had sex with women that time.
No, I just went with my best friend as friends.
All right. Sounds great.
What were we talking about?
We had just finished the mess that was Yolanda, and the kids going, we don't know what to do with you, Mom.
Freaky deaky shit. Yeah.
That's all I got about those two.
DeMonte, if you're above 18 and you want to let me know what you're into, just let me know.
Please don't send him a dick pic, y'all.
Oh. Please don't.
I did say, straight guys, send me your dick pics. I'm not saying that anymore.
No.
Because I get them and I can't open them, y'all. I can't do that. I can't be responsible. Someone's going to Me Too me. So
exactly.
I can't let that happen.
Y'all, keep your privates private. That's what Yolanda's
now, we can
learning.
cam as long as it's not being recorded.
Oh, when we get famous, y'all, get ready. There's going to be a video of Poodle doing some freaky, geeky, like circus involved
and
shit.
I'll deny it. I'm like, that's not me. That's not me.
That's when you'll go get
we're
new
actually
face.
I'm like, we're actually seeing your we see your mole pattern.
And
well, not me.
And that part where you say, "Fist me, I'm Jake Anthony from South Carolina." That wasn't you? Nope.
Or I'm going to deny this later. Good thing I'm saying it on camera. I'll deny. That's the thing, y'all. That's what I learned from the OJ trial. If you just keep saying no.
Yep. Call me Cleopatra, the queen of denial.
So
I love Pam Tillis.
I know you do.
Love her.
Let's move on. Baby, it was Memphis. Maybe it was Northern Summer Night. Maybe it was you. Maybe it was me. But it sure felt right. That's a great song.
It is a good song.
That reminded me how good Pam Tillis is. When you said it, I was like, eh.
Remember Shake the Sugar Tree?
Yes.
Good song. Whatever happened to Pam Tillis?
I don't want you to ever say Shake the Sugar Tree again because the sibilant S's just... affected the humors of my body somehow and made me shiver.
Y'all,
Shake the sugar tree.
this is going to be a long episode.
That's what they called you in college,
It's
sugar tree.
There goes Sugar Tree. Before we settle into somebody else, we're going to take a quick little break, and we'll be right back.
I never get a fucking break. It's just like work.
I
Get
just-
another load of coal out of the mine, monkey.
I just...
Go back down there.
Go back down to
perform for the
Monkey
nice
Island.
people.
Go
Perform.
to Monkey Island.
No, Monkey Town, as
Monkey
you called it on the first episode. And we need to take that out. Anyway,
Y'all, welcome back to 90 Day
welcome
Gaze.
back to 90 Day Gaze. We were just about to talk about.
We're on part 2 of... Why do we
Unfortunately,
keep Lisa and Darcey in the same episode?
I don't know. Unfortunately, we are to the point now, you guys, where this story is stalling completely, like a car bottoming out. That's Speed Buggy. We learned that because you guys came at us.
It's true. They're shocking, going to get the blessing again for the third time. And this is like,
It's like
This
fucking
is like-
Groundhog Day.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire type of pausing, or like Deal or No Deal.
Yes.
Let's just
Oh,
wait.
I aged during this segment. I also need to say that Lisa's 3-tone hair is on fleek this
Yeah.
week. This fucking Vanessa Redgrave, long gray at the
Don't
beginning.
even compare her to Vanessa.
No, I'm talking
Redgrave.
about
How dare
how
you.
white it is, how white at the root.
Okay,
that's what I'm talking
fine.
about. So it's white roots, y'all. Then there's a brownish black. Then the stringy blonde starts.
Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
Up her hair. Anyway, I just can't get over white, then black, brown, then blonde. I can handle white blonde. I can handle black blonde. I can't handle the Neapolitan.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Woo! Anyway, so
Um,
we're going one more time to. She's like, I bought mommy a goat.
I bought mommy a goat. And as she says, last chance. Last chance for love. This is my last chance. Tonight. Who?
This is how high she gets, y'all.
That's as high as she gets. I mean,
Summer.
this is basically the entire episode. There's, as far as plot line.
Yeah, it's just like back and forth.
And they're going back and forth,
Then
yeah.
mommy, which is like, it's super like creepy flowers in the attic. They keep calling her mommy. It's like, what does mommy want?
Mommy.
How is mommy today?
It's gross. I don't like it.
Come here, mommy. It's creepy. It's and why can't they just say she can't? Why can't they refer to her as Usman, your mom? And he can say mommy, but he's like, but mommy, we got to get mommy's blessing.
Well, being that she's called baby girl Lisa, I think there's a problem with maybe infantilizing just people.
fair.
So mom's scared he's going to be a servant. She's saying that's not going to happen. And then suddenly, she brings up that, oh, wait, Usman, if you go to
Usman,
the U.S.,
You can make a lot more money.
you can make a lot more money, and you'll have a lot more opportunities, and you'll still
And-
come back
And see
visit.
me every year. And then you hear the cash register saying, cha-ching! And mommy says, I give my blessing.
I give my blessing. Exactly. That's
See, y'all, if we just knew if we just spoke mommy's language, and that language is money.
capitalism is not just working for the
She
U.S.
knows
apparently.
that. Hey, I understand it.
And the
I
mother,
get it.
And the mother says, "It became clear to me that they will live in love and peace,
I mean prosperity.
and he will buy me an HD TV."
Well, y'all, I mean, to be honest, this is not something to fault. Marriage in this
It's
is
contractual.
contractual, and it's about how you can benefit the family.
It really is not about love
it's
at all
not, and
in a
it's-
lot of
and
cultures.
it's also not about her being. It's not about her being venal or greedy. This is how you get goods and services. You
Yeah.
marry into it.
Yes.
So we're not necessarily making fun of her by turning on the money. Someone just made it sound sweeter than she'd thought about before.
Exactly.
Mommy was just being shrewd, y'all.
She was.
I'd do it. I'm like, give me a better deal. You're gonna have to get me. You're gonna pay me a lot to have to swallow baby girl Lisa.
Gosh.
Gosh.
So anyway, so now Usman's looking for a ring. He goes, y'all, they don't have Claire's in
Nope.
Nigeria.
Yeah. There's no Zales.
Mm-mm.
There's no Kales.
They just have Pookies. I think that's what this guy named is.
Pookie's Outlet.
Pookie's Outlet. And
Pookie's Jewelry
he
Outlet.
goes to Pookie's Jewelry Outlet, and, you know, I thought my Aunt Cheryl in Dallas had some pretty god-awful gaudy rings.
These are some tacky baubles, y'all.
Y'all,
Woo!
I'm going to bring it back, and some of you screamed. They wouldn't even sell this at Sam Moon. This was some gaudy-ass shit. Or Chinese laundry on La Cienega.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that is so tacky.
None of this would be, they would be like, mm-mm.
Yeah, y'all. This is so Nigerian women apparently love a bling.
Apparently,
Like
they love the
like
bling.
Fucking Jersey Shore.
So, anyway, he picks out a ring. Looks like a band. It's 70,000 K, and I looked it up. That's about $200. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a pretty decent
Yeah.
amount of money to spend.
There,
Lot more than,
so he buys it. He's like, well, I'm sure she will complain. Obviously,
Because she
he is-
complains all the time.
She complains every day.
It's a great way to start a marriage. It's great.
Y'all we talked about Rose eating a shit sandwich. He's eating a bigger shit sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
Huge. 3 squares. Every meal, a good shit sandwich. So he's basically Muhammad says, you know, the best advice after is to say you're sorry. To say you're sorry for this. And basically he's telling him to do whatever you can. Then they had that little scene at the end where you're like, oh. He's like, but no, you can advise me to make decisions. That's what he tells
Yeah.
Lisa. But you will not make the decisions because that's a Islamic family law.
Yes.
The man is in charge, especially the Nigerian man.
Which
We
Lisa's going to come from this from, and I'm not saying this is the right way either, from capitalist decision of who makes
the money.
Who makes the money is who makes the decisions.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with that, but
And she runs the ship in her life.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, with her acquaintances, she's Queen Bee.
She's Queen Bee.
Don't know why you'd want to hang out with her, but
what if her pussy is magic and we just don't know?
there's
not.
no way her pussy
It's
is
not.
magic.
It's not.
It's more like cursed. Abandon all hope, you enter here.
Arr! Every time she drops her pants, we just hear.
Like a sound of an old cave.
Release the Kraken!
Then a squid just shoots out of her crotch.
Gross! Gross! That's disgusting.
So I can't believe you just said that's disgusting to me. Anyway, so she's kind of egging him on, and says, "You're not getting the boss of me. That's the way we're gonna do this." So yeah, it's not gonna go well,
It's
y'all.
not going to go well at all.
I'm surprised. I'll be really shocked if they're still together. We'll see.
Yeah. It's not, because it's interesting when we talk about compromise. And I know that Usman would be moving to the U.S., and so he'd be leaving his families and friends.
Yeah.
But really, when you think about Usman, Michael gave up a lot. Like, he compromised a lot. And Angela, it took her a while, but I think she's compromising a little bit with Michael.
She is.
But Usman's not relenting, and neither is Lisa.
No, he thinks he is, but she never shuts the fuck up.
Nope.
And never stops complaining.
Nope.
So he thinks he's fixing a lot of stuff. He really isn't compromising his ideals, though.
Nope.
From everything he said, because he wants her to convert, and he wants her to wear the dress, and they've gotten to do that. And he's said, we have to get my mother's blessing. So you're right. He hasn't really.
Poodle almost spilled his water, and I would have died after he already spilled his vodka. When did you spill your vodka?
Like three.
Was it the watching chat?
Yeah. Oh, I spilled it everywhere. I'm a spiller, y'all. I'm a spiller. I'm a dropper. I'm a biscuit sopper.
That's true.
But I drop things.
Oh,
I spill things.
I love sopping a biscuit.
Me too.
Anyway.
We'll put that on a shirt. I'm a spiller. I'm a dropper. I'm a biscuit sopper.
I'm a biscuit
Late night
sopper.
biscuit sopper.
And you know, I didn't know the original lyrics to that song. I thought it was, what was it? I'm a joker. I'm a smoker. I'm a midnight poker. I thought it was having sex at night.
Yeah, I know. When you said it that, and I'm like, that's ridiculous.
What? You have sex at midnight? You're poking.
No, you're a toker.
I didn't know that. Didn't know what a toker was.
Boy, you didn't have a lot of experience with drugs.
No.
Yeah, which is
No.
weird.
Oh, my father's very anti-drugs.
But like you had to watch television and you had to hear about it.
Didn't
Anyway.
like us to see it.
That's all I got about those
That's
fucking disasters.
Same.
And now it's time for everybody's favorite Lonely Heart, y'all. She is my favorite. She's my sentimental favorite.
She going on a sentimental journey. She is my favorite. By
I
the
don't
way,
ever want to hear Darcey sing I've Decided.
No. I want to just thank everyone for such a wonderful, sweet response to our live version of 90 Day Gaze Theater.
What do you mean?
The video we made. You remember
Oh.
nothing, Jon Snow.
Oh, no, the Darcey Stacey one. Yes, that
Yes.
was fun.
Thank you for everybody who commented on that. We had
We had a really good time
we
doing
had a
it.
lot of views.
Yeah.
A lot of you want it every week now.
Yeah, you can go fuck yourselves.
That took some work, and it's like, y'all, if you get a 10-inch dick every night,
You're not thankful.
you're not thankful.
And it needs to be special.
Again,
We're
like
creating
a 10-inch dick.
a video, so it's special, and we can't just do every scene. We were thinking about this scene, but this is way too supportive of a scene.
I mean, sisters
Yeah.
are doing it. for
Also,
themselves.
I feel like they stretched out a scene that could have been done in 3 or 4 minutes to about 12.
Yes,
to
this
15.
is what I think. I think this is the end of Darcey's Come to Love storyline, and I think,
There's some more next week.
but I
Yeah.
think the rest of the season, if they're smart, would be a good way to build up the premise of the spinoff.
I agree. I wonder if Matt Sharp's producing it.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Okay.
Matt Sharp owns Darcey. But at the same
Like Tiger
time,
King, property of Matt Sharp.
Yeah.
That's what's written on Darcey's tramp stamp.
but also in her defense, she is catapulted. Y'all, I don't know if you know, but TLC has high. If you're worried about 90 Day Fiance going
It ain't
anywhere,
going away.
They had their highest ratings ever. This is
Ever.
the #1 cable network for women.
Yeah. And like on like Sunday night, 90 Day Fiance was like second.
Yes.
And all like we're talking HBO shows, y'all. Like that used to own Sunday night.
America's fucked up, y'all, and we love it.
We love our dumpster fires.
We do.
So, y'all, Darcey's there and she's in her little camisole, and which is being held up only by the gravity of her own boobies.
I know.
I think we talked about it before. Think she's had a little bit more done to him.
Maybe. Producer says, "How are you feeling?" And she's just kind of like, now I will say one thing.
Too much time wasted.
She's like, it's been long. Darcey probably packs better than anybody we've seen on. Do y'all remember how Angela
She does
and
it on
Lisa
a daily
packed?
basis. Oh, they just threw shit in there, put their suitcase on their beds. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's unpacking now, which is
She's
always
unpacking.
sad for her.
It's true. And so she's done. She's like, she has blocked everything about him.
Yeah. I know something good's going to happen.
Yep. She's like, it's not worth going back there. And then we get a meanwhile in New York City. And then really,
I don't ever want to see Tom again. I don't ever want to see him again.
you know what? Heather Torres read him on Instagram. He
Good.
posted like, what did you think the letter said? And she wrote this whole letter basically about how he's a sniveling shit.
I need to look at that.
I'm telling you, you and her are the same.
We kind of are. Splitting the egg.
Splitting the egg.
Anyway, I have a hard time watching him on screen, actually.
It's gross. I'm afraid that they're going to, like, do what they're doing with Jesse and do a spinoff of Tom. I don't want to see Tom
there is
dating.
no way Tom went to Connecticut to tell Darcey about his love for her.
No way.
There's no way.
This was all fake.
I don't know what he would have written in that note that says, I feel love for you like a sister. Again, not something she wants to hear.
Now, it was fake on his part. Now, Darcey may be the Meryl Streep of reality TV because she seemed genuinely surprised.
She did.
Her and Stace both.
Stacey opens the door. It's like, what?
I mean,
I blocked him.
yeah.
She did say, why are you here?
Why? So, yeah, basically he's saying he has all these feelings, blah, blah, blah. It's actually...
Stacey's like listening in the very next room, y'all.
I mean, y'all, this is Poodle and I. This is when...
She's like waiting.
This is
she has
when
to
that
go punch
yoga
a
guy
bitch.
came over, came on with me and brought the makeup. Poodle was like Stacey saying...
I'm like,
He brought his...
come in the bathroom with me.
He brought his cosmetic bag. You got to get rid of him,
You
Stace.
got to get rid of him fast.
And that's what Poodle did.
Mm-hmm. And I planted that seed. He was gone the next day.
I kind of knew it was going to end whenever he said he wanted us to do yoga together, and I was like, I don't work out.
Who wants to sweat with someone when you first see them?
No, I need time for that. Anyway,
They're like, I don't need you to see me in a tank top.
so it just makes no sense. So he goes to the door.
And she's like, what?
Oh, I wrote my notes wrong. I said he goes to the door. And then he says, women are illogical, and the women look, because I realized I was talking about Ash.
Tom would say something like that. Darcey, you're just being illogical.
It's just being illogical.
And she says, then she's like, what? I'm fine. I'm here for the next guy. I'm here for the next guy. Follow my heart. And I don't know really what he expects to tell her. I just, this was so either him or production or a combination of the two.
Yep.
And she knew he was coming. Let's make sure, because Stacey was there. I just could not fathom any other reason he would be there. They just didn't come up with a good reason.
No, they didn't. And
he's also still vindictive. You can get that edge. He's like, I should have known you wouldn't be able to talk to me. He's
he
still
tries
that
to act
same
like he's
garbage.
this suave, and he's just a piece of shit.
And she's like, nice knowing you.
Okay,
I did like that.
My favorite Darcey line of all of this is she's like, well, I was in love with you, but I'll wait for the next guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm closing my heart off.
Closing my heart off.
That was amazing. The fact, I mean,
Yeah.
I have to say, this was
the
like
most empowering we've ever seen from her.
we've ever seen Darcey. I love that she did not cry in front of him.
Yeah. And I liked it when he tried to give her the letter that he wrote for her, which is done on a fucking legal pad and just like put it in an envelope, you fucker.
It's so British. Fuck you.
And then why is that British?
It's just so passive aggressive.
Oh.
Like, I calmly put all my thoughts in a letter, and you're emotional and crazy.
I just thought it was British to put it in a piece of paper and not in an envelope. Because you know the concierge desk has envelopes.
That's true.
You could have given
That would've been
her a
nice.
nicer envelope.
With a nice like lining or something,
Yeah.
so it feels nice in your hand.
We're gay. Anyway,
And Darcey says,
she's like, I'm not really comfortable.
I'm not feeling really comfortable with that.
Some therapist, y'all, has told her whenever she gets a little itchy, don't say accede to something.
Yeah.
Say when she's comfortable, when she's a little bit like, I'm not comfortable with that. So that's what she says.
Which
That's
is
her.
good that she's stating her.
Yep.
But then Tom's response is, but that's for you. And she's like, I'd rather not know.
I'd rather not know. Then she just closes the door and says, nice knowing you.
Yeah, and she said, but you said you're again, this is my second. You said you're in love, so go ahead and be in love. Nice knowing you. Bye. That was
I don't know what that last note was.
I was
That was the theme from Rocky, y'all.
Because she's a fighter.
She's a fighter. She's a champion. I am a fighter, baby. Starring Christina Aguilera, who just starred in our last watch and chat, Burlesque. It was a fucking mess of a movie,
It was a
y'all.
mess
And
of
it
a movie.
was fun.
But we enjoyed it.
Join us on Saturday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Time for a movie I don't know what yet.
We don't know yet, but
It's
it'll be there
Monday.
every Saturday. So Darcey, so he puts a note on the card, and Darcey immediately is like, try to be Mr. Guy, this guy playing it cool. And, you know, I think now's another time
Oh, no.
that we like to call 90 days, let's be honest, 90 Days Silva Theater.
Silva Theater. Summer Silva Theater.
It's for the Silva screen.
Yeah, the Silva screen.
I like that. I will be playing the role of Darcey,
And I'll be playing the role of Stacy.
Stacy, and this is when
He's left.
he's
You guys.
left. Stacy walks in, or Darcey shuts the door.
Is that over?
I mean,
Is it over, Darce?
I guess he tries to play it cool. He wants to be Mr. Nice Guy. I mean,
He two-timed you, Darce. I mean, come on.
do you think he
He
was,
two-timed you.
you don't think he was genuine?
Are you kidding me? He's like in love with another woman. He was coming here to like profess some kind of love.
Oh, the love is already gone. I'm done.
Ugh, he was so shaded the whole time.
I'm not having, I don't want that letter. It's tainted.
Yeah,
It's tainted.
yeah, tainted.
I don't want him to touch that letter.
Okay, I'm gonna throw it out. I'm gonna throw it out.
Go throw it out.
I'm gonna throw it out. I'm gonna throw it out. Rip it.
Go out there.
I'm gonna rip it. I'm gonna rip it.
Rip it out.
I'm gonna tear it up. Shh. Okay, put it in the garbage. Never have to see it again.
Like him, he's garbage.
Garbage. Garbage.
Found my love. I'm at peace with myself.
You'll find love. You'll find love yourself.
My love. Where's the tape?
And scene. I like that.
That was good Foley. That was good Foley.
Yo, when you don't have a budget, you improvise.
You know what I loved is when Darcey said, I want to open my heart to someone who is deserving, and that's all that matters. And then, sorry, my voice is going. I'm getting a little baby
know.
Lisa. And then she sways back and forth and squeezes her tits.
And one nipple
Like kind of like a little
fucking pops
Y'all,
out.
At one point, they had to
and
blur a nip. They had to blur out their nipple.
Everything she just earned, y'all, which just became moot because her nipple popped out on national television.
You know, again,
I love that mess.
That's happened to Poodle.
I fucking love that mess of a person. I love her.
Darcey,
That's
you're a queen.
all we got. Y'all, this was a marathon episode. I am still pissed off. They made us sit there for 3 fucking hours and watch two girls who barely are interested in either of us and either of them. Fucking the Mucinex germ yelling at somebody. I'll be honest. This cast is probably the biggest group of losers they've ever had.
But it's a good season.
Oh, I didn't say that.
No, no, I was
I'm just saying they're a huge group of fucking losers. With the exception of Avery. She's the only one. She's just duped. She's just been really duped. I think she was probably hurt. I think she might have been hurt really bad by an ex. Something happened. But everybody else is a fucking loser.
Oh, it is. Y'all, they are. Here's a little brightness. I just opened Facebook because we're going to do our sissy shout-outs.
Who are we on?
And somebody just pointed, I just want to let everybody know, Dolly Parton is going to stream a live show Tuesday, April 28th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time.
Wow.
We all need that. So watch Dolly.
Watch Dolly. She's
3
great.
p.m. Eastern. Poodle, 3
But
p.m. Eastern. What is that Pacific time? That good. That'll give me 5 minutes to look up somebody in the sissy squad.
It is 12 Pacific, 1 Mountain. I feel like I'm against a firing squad. 2 Central, and 3 p.m. Eastern. That's a weird time to stream something. That's Tuesday?
Well, Dolly's not up late.
No, she's not.
She's got to be in bed, y'all.
I want to say one thing about Dolly. We had, I think Hillary in our sissy squad came at me. Not Hillary. No, someone on Twitter. Maybe it was Hillary. But someone said, I'm so sick of, I love country music. Thank you guys for doing some old 90s country. Everyone in New York is like, this queen is like, oh my God, I love Dolly Parton. And she's like, that's not the only bit. She's like, I want to hit her with Tammy Wynette's back brush. Back updo brush. Because y'all, Tammy Wynette back brushed the fuck out of her hair to get it
She
tall
did.
like that. Ooh, that brush.
Tammy Wynette.
So
Patsy
y'all,
Cline.
there are some good like 90s country. There's country from everywhere. So if you say I don't like country music, you need to either rethink that or just listen to some good country.
It really is the best song. Some of the best
Songwriting, yeah.
Yeah.
You can have problems with the vocals though. You can have problems with that. Where are we at on our sissy squad?
R
Or sissy
and
shout
S.
outs? Okay,
And
R
we can't
S.
do Robin Crenshaw Walsh.
Right.
And we can't do Sandy Zicker
Okay.
or Sarah Bradick Fett. I don't know why
Okay.
we have two S's.
Okay.
But so R and S.
All right.
Y'all, we prepare. Are you doing R or are you doing S?
I will do S. Why don't you go first with R? Because I'm trying to get my thing working.
Great. I'm glad you just threw it on me. And
I can-
now
okay,
I'm-
I can
no,
look.
No, I can do S. I can do S. No, I'll do S.
Okay, I'll do R then.
Fine.
That's what I. Never mind.
Okay, everybody. Who are we gonna pick? Okay, y'all. We're gonna pick this next sissy shout out.
So I'm doing R, right?
Yes. Jesus.
People
fucking
are screaming.
help me
People are
so
screaming.
much. Oh my gosh.
All
I
right.
just can't.
I've got mine.
Y'all, this sissy shout out goes to a sissy that sorry I had it and then it just disappeared from me. Okay. Goes to Paola.
Not payola.
Paola.
God, y'all, Oinky the pig really knew some good diction.
Rhymes with Fagnoletti, which was a very gay mafia in Italy. A lot of people-
Fagnoletti.
the Fagnoletti crime ring.
The Fagnoletti.
Fagnol. What'd he do? We fucked his ass, and then we shot him.
We fucked him ass, and
with
then we
a good
shot him.
piece of ass. And had better.
Yeah, you better. I
Anyway.
can't really talk to you. My dick's in his mouth right now.
Go right back. Let me give him the Dutch door, and then I'll give him the. So
Oh, the Fagnoli family.
yeah, and so Paola.
You're doing S, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Paola Fagnoletti. Y'all, I'm just gonna shout it out there. She's a dick pig. And when I
Okay.
mean she's a dick pig, I mean literally she thinks about dick morning, noon, and
Okay.
night.
I can understand.
She bakes bread in the morning.
Okay.
It looks like dick.
Okay.
She has asparagus for lunch. She makes it look like a dick on her plate.
I think,
Her-
okay, so she arranges the...
Oh, yes. She loves the visual of dick.
Got
That's why
it.
she's a dick pic.
Got it.
And what a lot of people don't really know is that she also sells Tupperware. And she is designing a new brand of Tupperware called Dickaware.
Okay.
And it's all
Dickaware.
Tupperware that looks like testicles and balls. And
Okay.
it's really kind of...
I can get behind that.
It's really kind of cool because she'll have one piece of Tupperware looks kind of like a shaft, and then the other piece of Tupperware, it looks like a penis head. You can get a circumcised
they're
or an
in-
uncircumcised.
It's good to have variety.
They're like Tetris, and then she'll have two balls. So you can put your salad in the shaft, put your cheese in the head, and then put maybe some cherry tomatoes in one ball, and then your dressing in the other ball. And
Well, there you go.
And put it in your Dickaware bag, and then you've got your lunch.
And your dick is to go, and you can suck that all lunchtime.
Yes, because I'm sorry, Alyssa. And so anyway, that's and so
How is she going to do this?
and so anyway, so y'all pray for Paola because she's having a
Paola.
pay for her because she's having some trouble right now getting her Dickaware party started. For some
It's
reason,
tough right now.
people with the economy, but also people are creeped out.
People are creeped out.
Her husband, who served as a model for her Dickaware,
I get it.
he is a very encouraging.
Oh,
so
good.
I think it's going to happen.
Good. I believe in it too.
Paola, you put on Saturday, y'all, and it's coming up. Every Saturday, the end of the month, in the Sissy Squad, we have our
I'm going to say this wrong.
Called? Oh,
Self-promotion Saturday. Self-promotion Saturday. In the Sissy Squad, y'all.
And Jackie
It's a
starts,
lot of S's.
Jackie starts a thread, and you can post just on that thread,
and
not
y'all,
on the page.
Do you want to talk about your shit? Hawk your shit.
And Paola, you talk about your
Paola.
Whatever. Oh, and that's my Sissy shout out.
You've never seen that Italian spelling of Paola?
I'm not familiar with Paola.
I'm not familiar. Oh God, that phrase that she said made me laugh. I'm not familiar with reverse image search. Like everything she says is amazing, y'all.
I just realized, wasn't I supposed to do R and you were supposed to do S and I picked the wrong one?
What'd you pick?
I picked S.
No, I was going to do R.
Okay, good.
I know we went back and forth. All right, it is my turn. My sissy shout out is for Nels B. Red. Nels B. Red.
Love it.
Already it sounds like a drag queen.
It does.
Nels B. Red. Anyway, Nels. Y'all, Nels makes mannequins.
Oh, great movie.
She
loved that movie as a boy.
I don't think I ever saw it. Don't
With
hijack
Mish-
my fucking sissy shout out, please. You're the worst.
With Meshack Taylor, we're watching that for a watch and chat.
No, we're not. I decide those.
I can decide one. Go ahead.
Anyway,
Mels.
this is not a democracy. So Mel's, y'all, she makes mannequins. But they're not exactly human mannequins.
No.
These are dog mannequins. Because she knows that that everyone needs to see what looks like on their dog before they buy it. I mean, have you seen the prices of these dog outfits? They're at least $20. No one's going to spend the money. So she takes the time to make dog mannequins.
You know what? This is not a bad idea.
So anyway, like she's got Cocker Spaniels. She's got Dachshunds, and they're all up on their hind legs.
Okay.
And what people don't see, they're svelte though. They're like good-looking dogs.
Oh,
Kind
like
of
with
dogs
abs?
where you would say, kind of like when you were that dog in the Shirt Tails who said, "I'd fuck that dog."
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're getting into a weird area, but we're going to get back. So the dogs are like sitting up. They're on their hind legs, the mannequin dogs, and she's putting like sweaters on them. She's putting like nice little onesies. She's putting some dogs are wearing like a 3-piece suit and tails. I don't know why you'd get that for your dog. Anyway, what she does include, each of the mannequins has got a full push pop.
Oh.
Just like sticking out, like that sherbet push pop. And those dogs are lipsticking all over the place.
Wow.
Everyone is mortified, but she doesn't care.
Like a lip smacker.
So anyway, she has got another friend's dog over there one time, and the friend's dog just starts sucking those dicks. So it's a dog dick pig.
A doggy dick pig.
I know. Who knew?
Boom, 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 rough.
And then she realizes it's a fake dog and gets all upset.
Wait. Who gets upset?
You know what? I did not
Mels
do that.
or the dog?
Both of them.
Okay.
So Mels decides to start with all the dogs who come see the dog
This is
mannequins.
very narrative.
With all the dogs who see the dog mannequins. Then she has to start a support group for dogs who can't get poked by fake mannequin dogs. They all process their stuff. It ended kind of sad.
That was long reach around of a story. Jesus.
I don't say they're all good. But yeah, it's kind of a human element of the story too, because the dogs want to be fucked by those lipsticks, and they're fake.
And that's the show, everybody. That's the show.
Yo, you've known someone who's got a big dick, and they show up, and you're like, That's
Been
those
there.
dogs. That's why they have to have a support group. That's the show, y'all.
Y'all, that is the show.
I felt like we've been here for 5 hours.
Thank you so much for listening. This was our special 2-parter, so we hope that you enjoyed it.
I need a 2-parter.
We still got to watch Quarantine. We got to
Oh my
watch What
God,
Now.
it's never
We
over.
have so much to do this week. Y'all are
Thanks,
just getting it this week.
TLC, you fuckers.
Y'all are getting 3 episodes this week of the podcast.
You will, because we're doing this week. We're not going to be doing a bonus episode this
we
week.
still have to work at day jobs.
There's too much.
It's too much this week, so no bonus this week.
But you get
that's
2
all right.
episodes of us.
And you'll get the Gatreon that will drop.
You'll get the Gatreon
on Thursday. You'll get the watch along, and you'll get the podcast episode with that. And besides, we'll have the Bi Curious episode dropping next week.
Yes, next Friday.
Yeah, so we got a lot coming on, y'all. Like we said before, we've got new merch. We've got our
Maddie in the streets, Poodle in the sheets.
and if you can cream it, you can dream it.
On preferably no mug, not a T-shirt.
Get your if y'all get your merch
or a journal. That'd be a great thing to put on a journal.
Yes, y'all always take a picture of yourself in your merch or using your merch and tag us on your Insta story or tweet us or
post
Facebook.
in the Sissy Squad. Let us know that you're enjoying your
We
merch.
love it. And you can tag us at 90 Day Gaze.
Yeah.
That's where we are on Instagram and Twitter at 90 Day Gaze. You can also find us on Cameo.
You can find us on Cameo. Come at us on Cameo.
Yep.
I'm at Jake It or Fake It.
I am the Matt Mars. We're having 2 T's, 2 R's. We're having fun doing that. What? I feel like we're missing an announcement. I feel like we had an announcement. I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
think we have anything going on, though.
No.
I think we're just used to getting ram-fucked by so much stuff. We feel like there's not enough.
there will be another episode of What Now and Quarantine or
Yep.
Quarantine Now.
Quarantine now, as
That's
we're liking to call it.
And I'm sure we see 90 Day Fiance alumni dealing with this crisis. So
I remember what I was going to say.
there we go.
Poodle, what do you love more than anything?
Oh, I love a review.
Y'all, we're getting close.
Actually, getting Dutch doored, but a review is second.
We're getting close to, we can't physically do a live show now, but we said once we hit 2,000 reviews.
Live show.
We're almost up to 800
I wonder
reviews.
how we can do that with technology.
So, y'all, we would really appreciate it if you've never left a review before. Now is the time.
Now is the
They're
time.
literally on Apple Podcasts. There literally is
and
a
you got
link.
the time.
And even if you listen on Stitcher or Acast or whatever, a lot of you still have an Apple Podcast account or an iTunes account. So just click on that link. It'll open it up in your ad. Put 5 stars, because if you put anything less, Poodle will find you.
I've got my spies, y'all.
And then and then what helps is not just the 5 stars, but if you write something.
Yes, even if it's Keep Going Queens.
Just put that in. Y'all,
Keep going Tiger Queens. You can we've taken to saying KGQ.
You're going to work on that, aren't you? That rolls off your tongue.
KGQ.
KGQ. Keep going,
Keep
Queens.
going Queens. KGQ.
We appreciate so much.
KGQ.
Y'all, we are rolling through this quarantine. You guys, hang in there.
Rolling.
I feel like some of us are starting to see the light right
Yeah.
now. So listen to your
And
elected
we're in the middle of it. We're in the middle.
Listen to your elected officials and hang in there. As Julie
And take it day by day.
As Julie Andrews said, I saw in an interview, she said, she's like, my mother always used to say, there's always a beginning, a middle, and an end.
And we're in the middle, y'all.
So, and Poodle loves an end.
Fair.
Now, y'all,
And boys love mine.
we call these people lonely hearts because aren't we all just lonely hearts looking for love, Poodle?
Yes. And if you decide to become date a complete sociopath and go to Australia to meet him,
Call us.